Hustle Her. If you're new here, my name is Jessica, and what we do on this channel is we talk about making money, investing money, and building generational wealth whilst becoming the best version of yourself. So if you enjoy conversations like that, please make sure to hit that subscribe button and comment and like down below. You have often heard people say that you need 7 streams of income to become financially free. So what I'm going to do in this video is basically talk about the different types of income you can have and the difference between them, and I'm going to be doing that using the cash flow quadrant. So for those of you who don't know what the cash flow quadrant is, it's basically a concept founded by Robert Kiyosaki, and it explains 4 different ways that you can produce income. So way number 1 being you are an employee, which is quadrant number 1, and that is basically you're trading your time for money and you have a job. Way number 2, quadrant number 2, is that you are self-employed and you're trading your time for money. However, instead of having a job, you now own your job. Way number 3 is that you're a business owner, so you own systems and people are working for you. And way number 4, quadrant number 4, which is my favorite, is that you are an investor, so you have passive income and your money is working for you. So hopefully this video will help you to understand the different types of income you can possibly have. And if you enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe and like and comment down below. And yeah, let's get into it. So the first quadrant is being an employee, and this is often described as earned income, as you're exchanging your time for money, so it's an active income source. What it means to exchange your time for money is that you're working certain hours within a day, so it could be 8 hours, and you're basically being rewarded for the 8 hours that you work. So your salary could be £40,000 a year, or you could be working for £12 an hour. But whatever that number is for you, the amount of money you earn hugely depends on the amount of hours that you work within a day. This is a great type of income to have once you're starting off. However, staying in this quadrant can be quite dangerous for you because you're leveraging your time for money and there's only 24 hours in a day. So you will eventually hit a roadblock because there's so much you can make within 24 hours, because don't forget you need to sleep, you need to eat, so you can't be making money that full 24 hours in a day. Although this is perceived as the most secure way of making money, as we're seeing more than ever now, job security is not guaranteed, and not to mention those in this category get taxed the most. In the UK, individuals in this quadrant can be taxed up to 45% of income tax, and don't forget there's also national insurance on top of that, so you could be given roughly 50% of your salary to the government if you are a high earner. The next quadrant is self-employed, and this is when you're making profit income from selling products or services. Now this could be a full-time job for you, or it could be a side hustle depending on your circumstance. And if you haven't watched my video on side hustles, I'm going to leave a link below for you. So if you're thinking of moving to the self-employed quadrant, I'll give you some side hustles that you can start today. This is a step better than being employed because at least you have less risk of being fired or being made redundant as you own your job. However, you can feel overworked if you're self-employed, as you're still exchanging your time for money and your profits do hugely depend on how much effort you put in. On the plus side, you do not get taxed as much as you would if you were employed, as you are able to deduct your expenses from the amount of profits that you make. So there are 2 types of profit income: individual income, which I just spoke about now, and business income, which basically means you can scale your business, which is what I'm going to go on to now. The third quadrant is to become a business owner. Now this is when it starts to get a bit more interesting with the types of income you can earn, as to be a business owner you have to own a system. Your income starts to not depend on you exchanging your time for money, but it depends on how effective the system was that you created. So maybe you're self-employed as a cleaner now. Well, to be a business owner, what you need to do is you need to build a team of suitable skills that will run your cleaning business for you, so you won't be physically doing the cleaning yourself. Now, if you don't want to go through all that effort of building your own system, there are many systems out there already, and they come in the form of franchises. So this is basically buying and running a business from someone else's proven system. So this could be a Domino's, it could be a KFC, it could be a Subway, any franchise you can think of. What's good about this is that the franchise owner will provide you with marketing, training, and the equipment you need to start off with, and not to mention the big brand name that people are comfortable with already. The main difference between being a business owner and being self-employed is that if you leave your business for a week, say that you're ill, or if you just want to go on holiday, your business will still be able to run without you if you're a business owner, as you have put the systems in place for it to run successfully without you being present. So delegation is really key with being a business owner. Last but not least is to become an investor. Now this is by far my favorite quadrant, as this is passive income central. The trick here is to convert your earned income that you're getting from your employed and self-employed quadrants and convert it into passive income to make your money work for you. The types of income you will see here is interest income, and that is money you receive as a result of lending your money to a bank, for example, and it hugely depends on the effect of compounding. Right now, it's probably not one you should focus on, seeing as interest rates are so low. However, in the future, it's one to consider as it requires no active work from you. Dividend income is another great way to make a passive income as you invest money in a company, so you become a shareholder, and if that company makes a profit, you will be able to get some dividends from that company. So dividends are typically paid quarterly, however it does depend on how well the company does, so it's not guaranteed. Rental income is another great way to make a passive income, and it doesn't mean just renting out a property, it can also mean renting out equipment, it can be renting out laptops, it can be renting out cars, it can be whatever you want. Rental income is basically lending some type of property to someone in exchange for money. Now, royalty income is another great way to make a passive income. It's basically where you get paid for work that you've already completed. So you can get royalty income from books, you can get royalty income from films, from music, and even more recently, royalty income, which can also be known as residual income, can come from YouTube videos, as you're doing the work on a certain day and getting paid for it after. So a great example of someone making royalty income is definitely Maya, and she is the author of the Twilight novels. Not only is she making money from her books, but she's making money from the adaptation of her books into movies. And that isn't even the end. She's also making royalty income from the merchandise that has been created based on her characters. So the opportunities are endless with royalty income. Capital gains is another great type of income you can receive as an investor, and that is basically when you sell an asset that has appreciated in value. The typical types of gains you will see are selling a property or even selling shares, but there's many others out there. So to recap, the types of income I have spoken about is earned income from employment, which is when you're exchanging your time for money for a job. The next type of income is self-employment, when you're still exchanging your time for money, but instead of having a job, you own your job. Being a business owner is the next type of income I have spoken about, and that's basically when you own a system such as a franchise. And the last but not least income I have spoken about is being an investor, and that is basically when you earn a passive income and your money is working for you. So I hope this video is useful to you. Please let me know in the comments below what incomes you currently have or what incomes you're trying to pick up. If you've made it this far, comment financially free down below in the comment. The biggest risk to your financial life is having solely one source of income, so please try to diversify. However, when you do diversify, make sure to understand one income stream before picking up the next income stream. Thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully see you soon in the next video. Bye, my loves.